Welcome to Brooklyn, New York, folks. We're at Unpacked with Samsung's latest phones. We got the Z Fold 7, the Z Flip 7, the Z Flip 7 Fan Edition, and the two watches here. So let's dive into it. So this is the Z Fold 7. This is the super thin folding phone from Samsung. Really, really cool, as you can see. Finally caught up with the Chinese phones. This is an 8.9 millimeter phone when shut and 4.2 millimeter phone when open. So it's really, really thin, really great. 8-inch screen internally, 6.5-inch screen externally, right? So it's actually a lot bigger than previous Galaxy Folds. And look at how thin this is. This is incredibly thin, right? And as they say, as thin as a USB-C port, you can see there. Now, let's talk about the specs and the innards, because this thing is very, very interesting. Snapdragon 8 Elite, of course, you're going to get the best chip possible. In terms of storage and RAM, you get 12 gigs of RAM or 256 gigs of storage, 12 gigs of RAM or 512 gigs of storage, and 16 gigs of RAM or 1 terabyte of storage in this phone. Under the hood, there's a 44,000 milliamp hour battery. Not the biggest size battery, to be honest, a little concerning there. Clearly, Samsung has not gone to a silicon carbon battery. The displays are LTPO AMOLEDs up to 120 Hertz. As I said, 6.5 on the front, 8 inches inside, big displays. You know, and also you can't see too much of a crease, as you can see here. This is actually very nice. Let me actually turn the power off so you can actually see that there's very little crease. Now these phones are brand new, but still, it's very impressive. And then finally, cameras are interesting. Notice that there is no under display camera here. This is a 10 megapixel regular punch hole camera. And then the three cameras in the back are basically a medley of what we found in the Galaxy S25 Edge and in the Galaxy Z Fold before. So you got a 12 megapixel ultra wide with autofocus, 200 megapixel main camera with OIS, and this is a bit weird, a 3x 10 megapixel telephoto with OIS. Now, that big sensor, 200 megapixel, should be able to have no issues zooming in beyond 3x up to 5x or so. So it's a bit weird that we only get a 3x telephoto. I thought a 5x would make more sense. But you know, Samsung calls this an ultra level device, so we're supposedly getting ultra level camera performance. Other interesting details about this is the Samsung logo here on the hinge is very, very nicely done. And then, you know, you can really see the thickness here as I rotate around. Again, 8.9 centimeters. This is definitely the star of the show. 4.2 millimeters. That camera bump though is pretty big. But as you can see, this is a beautiful device. It comes in multiple colors, of course. We got this gray one here. There's also this beautiful aqua greenish color that's available. So of course it's running One UI 8. This is the latest version One UI. You got that little pill down here that tells you what's going on for the day. It's very much an evolution on One UI 7 we saw previously, and it's got a ton of AI features. You know, if you read my review of the Galaxy S25 Edge, you'll see that the AI features and the software is pretty much the same. But of course, you now have more screen real estate with this 8-inch display, and that's going to make a big difference. IP rating on this is IP58, which isn't too bad. And Samsung says it's very durable. You know, we've got the ceramic glass 2 in the front, Victus 2 in the back. We've got a titanium hinge, of course. So yeah, this is a very, very, very solid effort from Samsung. Finally catching up with the Chinese competition in terms of size, thickness, form factor, hardware specs. You know, you still get wired and wireless charging. Very cool phone. Quick close-up on the fingerprint sensor here. There you go, folks, the Galaxy Z Fold 7. And this, folks, is the Z Flip 7. This is a new foldable flip phone from Samsung. It's a little bigger than last year's, a little thinner than last year's, and more importantly, it does have a full 4.1-inch display, 120 Hertz in the front. As you can see, basically they've copied the Moto Razr, and that's a good thing. I'm not gonna lie. Very bright too, 2600 nits. And then we've got the main screen here at 6.9 inch. So this is a lot bigger of a screen than before. Before it was 6.7. And again, you know, titanium hinge, everything's been improved. It's thinner, it's lighter, but spec-wise, it's very, very similar to last year's in terms of cameras and things. It has an Exynos 2500 under the hood, 12 gigs of RAM, and you can either get 256 or 512 gigs of storage. There's a 4,300 milliamp hour battery under here, so not the greatest, especially with an Exynos. We're not quite sure what's going to happen there. The camera in here is a 10 megapixel selfie camera, same as before. In the back here, you've got the same camera system as before. Here again, you know, a lot of this is going to be the same. You've got a 50 megapixel main with OIS and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. And as you can see here, the same ports as before. There's no special AI key or anything. We still just have the buttons here. You know, so like nothing's changed too much. Samsung logo, of course, on the hinge, and that kind of blocky design. What is nice though is that the bezels are thin, and you know, even on that front display, might possibly be thinner bezels than the Moto actually. I think they might be thinner than the Moto, although the Moto is curved, so it's kind of hard to tell. But yes, this is the Z Flip 7, and it's running, of course, One UI 8 with all the AI features, and yeah. And this is the Z Flip 7 FE, FE for Fan Edition. And as you can see, it looks exactly the same as last year's Z Flip 6. Same chassis, same form factor, same 3.4-inch display with a weird cutout, right? This is the same setup. Basically, you're getting a more affordable phone at $899 for this one. You're getting 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs or 256 gigs of storage on this. You get an Exynos 2400 in this phone, which is interesting. And again, 6.7-inch LTPO AMOLED, 120 hertz, 3.4-inch display in the front. Nothing too crazy there. Cameras are the same as last year, 50 megapixel main, 12 megapixel ultra wide. The main has OIS, of course. And then inside, you've got a 10 megapixel selfie camera. So that's a quick look at the Z Flip 6. And of course, it's running One UI 8 and has all the AI features from Samsung. And these are the new watches, the Galaxy Watch 8 and the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. They're very similar. Basically, the Classic has the rotating bezel and the action button from the Ultra from last year. And then the regular one is just a regular watch. You know, of course, they're bringing a whole bunch of new sensing and AI features. Unfortunately, we weren't told too much about these watches, so you'll have to check out my content to find out more. But I just wanted to give you a quick look at them on video so you can see what they are like. Again, a bunch of sensors. Really happy to see this bezel that spins coming back, lets you access a bunch of functionality, kind of like the crown on the Apple Watches. And here, as you can see, the sensors are the same on both. There's LTE versions, there's Wi-Fi versions. So yeah, that's basically the Watch 8 and the Watch 8 Classic. So folks, the Z Fold 7 starts at $1999 for the 256 gig version. And the Z Flip 7 is $1099 for the 256 gig version. And finally, the Z Flip 7's Fan Edition is $899 for the 128 gig version. And so folks, this is it. These 3 phones, these 2 watches. I'm very excited about the Fold 7 because it's so thin, and the Z Flip 7 finally catching up with Moto, catching up with the Chinese phone. So read my story on hothardware.com, and remember to like, subscribe, tell your friends, and click the bell below for more videos.